All right. What is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings, a little impromptu Spoiler Kings. My name is Stan Kramer with Brandman Brandon right here. What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. Had a pretty good day. Just got back from seeing Mortal Kombat 2.
Nice. I'm going Friday, so no spoilers, but
Mm.
thumbs up, thumbs down.
I
What do you
w-
think?
thumbs up, thumbs up.
Okay,
I'm
good.
without spoiling anything. Pretty much everything that they got wrong in the first one, they got right with this one, and I'll just leave it at that.
That's good to hear. That's really good to
Mhm.
hear. Yeah, yeah. Because I've been pretty excited to see this one because from the trailers it looked good. So I
It's
was kind of hoping.
yeah, it's a massive improvement over the last one in pretty much every way.
That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. Hopefully we get more than, now that they kind of fixed the problem.
Mhm.
But yeah. What's up, Lawrence? He was assisting on Hey Duo. Brian, he's handling some stuff, but he's gonna be joining us in a minute or two.
Mhm.
Was it good? I'm going tomorrow. There you go. Thumbs up. So I forgot. I think is Brian going tomorrow? I know Brian's going soon. I'm going Friday night. And I'm pretty excited to go see it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Might even find some time to go again.
nice. Man,
Mhm.
that's good. I know I know my girlfriend's probably not too excited to see it. I'm like, "Do you
Mhm.
wanna see it?" She goes, "I'll go." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I
I
don't think she really cares.
n- my mom likes the Mortal Kombat movies too.
Nice.
I remember in the first one when Jax got his arms frozen off and exploded. My mom's like, my mom goes, "No, why'd they do the black guy like that?" I go, Mom, he loses his game. He loses his arms in the video game. So they're staying accurate to the game. She goes, well, the games need to change that.
Shoot, man, you know what I mean? I mean, years I used to put aluminum foil on my arms and say I was Jax. That's what you do. You put some aluminum foil around it, walk around with no shirt on, say I'm Jax. This is what I'm doing this
Mhm,
year.
mhm.
Man. At least people will get that reference. Like, if you just walked around with, like, holding 2 tires out and be like, "I'm from Twisted Metal." Hey, like, "Huh?" Don't get that.
Oh, but no, I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Definitely check it out tomorrow. I was supposed to go in
Mhm,
tonight, right? And then something happened with my wife. She told me, we had to go do something with school with the kids. So
Mm,
going tomorrow. So I was like, all right, well,
mhm.
whatever. Don't worry. And that's okay because then I was like, oh well, I'll just sit at home and watch TV. And then I watched Daredevil again because it was so good. It is literally the best finale of the year. I am head over heels all for it. I think I put it a little bit ahead of Maul as a finale because Maul is 2
mhm,
episodes
mhm,
because you
mhm.
can't take one out the other. But as a 1 episode finale, let's fucking go. It
No,
was
yeah,
so good. Oh,
yeah.
dude, the white suit and him just decide to go ape
Oh,
shit and just beating the shit out of everybody. Dude, he was breaking people's backs and he still doesn't go to jail. He's on some fucking island. And then
oh,
Matt Murdock has to go to prison. Oh,
oh.
bruh.
The man, we're gonna get into it, like, right away, but his ending, it was so perfect. It's so perfect, like, because it's a callback to earlier in the season with Vanessa and all that. I was like, "Oh, man," because it's like his personal hell, you know?
Mhm.
Like, for him, it's like hell, and yeah, that was just, that was the best finale, I would say, since the end of Loki.
Ooh, Jonathan Majors, and we had no idea. He's just sitting there eating the apple.
I would know, I mean, that one was good, but I wouldn't even say the end, like, of season 2 was pretty good too.
I
You know,
feel like we
yeah.
had better
I mean, season 1 was
finales.
better than season 2, but season 2 was like a really good finale. But I
I
can't, I
mean,
can't think of. I mean, the shows since then been pretty shitty in general.
it's definitely the best Disney Plus finale.
Mhm.
I don't care. Well, Loki, maybe I still probably put Daredevil, and even if I like Loki the show more. And I love Jonathan Majors. I don't know.
Season 1 finale was epic.
Oh my God, Jonathan Majors is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. Because I still have one part of the Daredevil that I didn't like. Finale.
Yeah, I already kind of know because I think it's the same part I don't like.
This is stupid. What do we do?
Yeah, I think we might all be. I think we might all be thinking of the same thing.
Yeah. And Lauren said, I don't feel like going today. Said, LOL, they had one showing in 70. Damn, you buy a 70 millimeter? But it's theater that's further from me. Okay.
It's
See
hard.
Mortal
driving that
Kombat
far.
and on the 70 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I figure it's like impromptu, so we didn't really promote it or anything. It was just like I think we all watched the finale, like like today, and we were just like, oh shit. It's like, and they were like, all right, we should talk about it. We should like just jump right into it. Because we always like never find time for it and we hang out and stuff like that.
No,
So it was
I
like,
want to talk about this and the boys. Bruh.
I find it so annoying. People hating on the boys. People are like, "Oh, all these filler episodes." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking?"
They call this a filler episode?
I think people were like, "Yeah, it was like it wasn't a lot of stuff going on." I was like, "What? Also, just real quick, Sage is a fucking moron. She's an idiot. She's a fucking idiot." I was like, "Your plan was stupid as shit. Made no sense." And then you did this after somebody told you, "Oh yeah, no, he's crazy. Don't fucking trust him." And she's like, "Oh, but he's on our side." I was like, "You're stupid. How are you the smartest person in the world and you're an idiot?"
But yeah, Ashley's double told her.
Ashley told her.
Webby.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it was such a short-sighted decision by her, and it was just her arrogance got in the way of her logic, of common sense. And the fact that she was so cocky and so sure about it, only to be absolutely wrong, was
super.
And
annoying.
She kept on saying, I'm never wrong. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what's going on. And I was like, oh, they're setting us up, guys. They're setting us up for the okie doke.
Well, yeah, no, when we get into that, because that thing is like, that's my biggest issue with this season is her, because it just feels like plot device. It was like, well, things need to happen, and the only way we can get it to happen is like somebody has to set it up, and then she's the one. I just everything else though, it's fucking.
Lauren says
the way it ended.
Oh, filler is. People don't know what filler is these days.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all that Taco Bell, I got you. Exactly. You're not eating real food. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're eating trash.
All right.
We ain't gotta wait. Let's get right started.
Let's get right into it.
These things. So,
you know what? I should have brought up the name of the episode. What is it? The Southern Cross or something like that?
I really didn't care what the name was. It was the finale. Daredevil finale. Born Again finale.
Oh man. Yeah.
And then I talked to Anzo about it. He was like, "Man, what the hell is going on with this?"
It's high on IMDb.
Let's see.
I didn't even see the IMDb score.
I have no idea what the score is.
Pretty high.
Yeah. Why did we get the?
Especially for the show.
The Southern Cross. That's what it is. The Southern Cross is what it is.
Yeah.
Sage is like the Candace Owens of the show,
which is nice because.
Yeah. Holy crap, that is high. 9.6 on that episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Well. All right. All right, let's just jump right into it. Let's go.
All right.
All right, what is up? And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. We are live. We are talking about Daredevil, the finale. We couldn't wait till our scheduled next show because, damn, this was a finale. So we got episode 8 titled "The Southern Cross." IMDb has a little synopsis: the city and its heroes enter a unprecedented era. That's all it says. Kind of super vague. But yeah, it kind of picks up where the last one left off. We got the court trial of Karen happening and kind of seeing how that all plays out, and it plays out to say the least. But was it a longer episode? It felt a little bit longer than the rest.
Only because the ending, because they kept it going a little bit longer. Because we saw what happened with Jessica Jones, we saw Luke Cage finally, saw the whole family stuff. He kind of gave us where everyone was. Where's Bullseye? How's he working with who he's working with? It just kind of, they gave us almost like an epilogue. So maybe it's like 52 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, like a little bit longer. So, so if you haven't already figured it out, we're gonna talk spoilers and everything. So if you haven't seen it yet, hit pause, come back, check us out because we're getting into all of the epicness of this freaking finale. But we'll start off with Brandman, then we'll go Brian, and then I'll bring up the end. So what you think about the finale, Brandman?
The entire time I was like, holy crap. This felt like being a reader of Daredevil, it almost kind of felt like one of the Bendis runs in motion in a lot of ways. I thought it the way that they handled the courtroom drama, because in addition to being a competent vigilante, we all know Matt Murdock's a great lawyer. So the fact that they really took advantage of that was one of my favorite things about it, and they did it in a way that really was functional to the narrative and kept pushing things forward. And it was just as important as any of the things that he does when he's Daredevil. So I thought that the way they balanced and handled both of those was really, really terrific. It was my favorite thing about it. What they did with Fisk, especially during the last roughly 10-15 minutes, absolutely crazy. The last 5 minutes had me like, there were times where I was like shouting so loud that I'm pretty sure like my neighbors on both sides heard me, and we have thick walls in this building. I hate that we gotta I'm taking it so personally that we're probably not going to get new episodes until probably around this time next year, which sucks. But yeah, the way that they wrapped things up with this season was pretty much beyond satisfying as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What about you, Brian? What do you think about the episode?
I'll say, I told you I thought it was phenomenal. There's times where I was jumping out of my damn seat. I was screaming, "No, he didn't do this!" And I knew something was coming because there was a interview taken at C2E2 where they were talking about there's a decision that they made that is like a genie coming out of a bottle that you can't put back in the bottle, and they said that specifically. When you're thinking about that, you say, okay, so what are they talking about? Is it that Wilson Fisk is going to become is going to be outed as Kingpin, and that everyone's going to know about what that's going on going forward? What that was? Is it going to be Karen getting caught? Is it going to be, we all know Poindexter's who Bullseye is, or is it Matt Murdock letting everyone know he's Daredevil? And the fact that it became this idea that it is Matt Murdock talking about that he's Daredevil was so good. And so we had a physical confrontation between Fisk and Matt Murdock, in episode like 6. And they're fighting each other. So they physically fought each other. So you knew this episode wasn't going to end with them physically fighting because it came to like a standstill, came to a draw. And so it had to be play out in the court system. So now seeing it play out in the court system, have Matt put all the cards on the table, surprise Fisk, and Fisk whispering to Daredevil while he's in the chamber with the judge was so good. Oh my God. Everything was just so well done. I was floored with this episode. The ending was great. Jessica Jones was great. Getting our Luke Cage is great. Everything about this episode had me on the edge of my seat. The epilogue, we knew where everyone is, and then Matt Murdock being in jail. I called him being in jail. I said he's going to end up this season in jail. I thought they both would be in jail. Both Matt and Wilson were going to be in jail. But, dude, that was epic. And there's a lot of death. And New York,
oh my God,
didn't burn. So that was crazy.
Came close.
It came close. Real close. BB almost decided to riot.
Oh my God, seriously. But it kind of needed to. It needed like it needed to show that like the city is not with Fisk, even though he's touting it around like, oh, see, the city's safer and there's no crime and blah blah blah. It's like, hey, there's no crime because you got everyone like arrested. It's like so yeah. So to have like the cops,
regular citizens.
Yeah, even like the cops coming out, and standing with the people and stuff like that. Yeah, it was. Oh, we definitely gonna talk about that, Tony, in a minute, in a few minutes.
I hate her so much.
We're gonna talk
I'm
about
not
that
a fan.
in a minute. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that. But yeah, man, this finale was so good. It was so good because it starts off with the trial, like. And it's getting into it and it's getting really like in the nitty gritty of it. And the whole time, I don't know how you guys felt. So I'm watching the trial part. I'm like, why couldn't She-Hulk do this?
Oh my God.
Like,
exactly.
Why couldn't She-Hulk do this? Here you go. Here's a superhero that's also a lawyer. And then like She-Hulk was going to be like, oh, it's going to be like Ally McBeal. Okay, cool. But then you do this show and they do the superhero part good. And then they also do the court part and then they merge it together where you're just like, oh shit, like it was so good. I'm like,
serious though. I think
it was serious. It was serious. Yeah. But I'm like, you can do these two things and put them together. You know what I mean? Whether it be serious or kind of be funny. And I think, I don't know. It's just like law stuff could. Like the way they were going about everything was like so well done with that. But as he was starting to set up what he was going to do, and I'm like, because the whole time I'm like, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. I'm like, because as he's like, because you're watching and you're like, is he going to out himself? Is he going to out himself?
He's telling you that. He's in the courtroom.
Yeah, he's like, only you and me know who Daredevil is. I was like, oh shit, and he's like, you don't want to do it, you don't want to do this. And after it happened, I'm like, it makes sense. It makes sense that he comes out as the secret identity kind of thing, because Jessica Jones, everyone knows who Jessica Jones is. She don't wear a mask. Luke Cage don't wear a mask. Technically, Danny Rand wears a mask, but
let's not talk about Danny Rand, guys. Come on.
Yeah. But that's that. But so I was like, it's just I'm really curious to see what happens after this. What happens after this and what they do with this info and what they do with season 3 and with Matt and then with Luke and stuff like that. But man, when it gets revealed that, and then all hell breaks loose. And then they just throw out the case, and you're just like, oh shit, and everything is just like quick. And I was like, oh man, because it went from like Karen being in trouble to like, well, you can't accuse Karen of anything because all this is BS, and I just proved you're full of shit, So then he turned it on Kingpin so well, and then even this Kingpin going full villain. Like,
Bro.
when he opens the doors and says "boo," I was like, "Oh shit!" And then he just like he punches the dude like through the wall. Oh man,
he's putting people up there breaking their backs and throwing them out.
Yeah, he's folding people in half and just
man.
I was like, and then they're crazy. They're crazy to run up those steps, and I'm like, you're gonna try to get a lick on him? I was like, you're stupid.
Well, they eventually did overwhelm him
a little bit.
I mean, because Matt had to come and pull him off because they finally overwhelmed him, and they're punching him in. So I don't know what would happen because you can't. It's the idea. 100 men versus a gorilla. I still think a gorilla wins, but 1,000 men. Sometimes you overwhelm them. I think that's kind of what we saw. And once the police were out of the way, the people who are going to take over, and New York itself threw Fisk out. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how many people would have died if Daredevil didn't jump in?
Right.
Oh yeah. But that was epic. The little epilogue of everything was epic. With them at the restaurant, him getting arrested, and then for me, the cherry on top of it all was Fisk being on the beach alone, and I was like, so fitting because like you go back to the conversation he had with Vanessa about like
you wanted to be with Vanessa.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we can be on the beach and then just forget about all this, and he's like, but can we survive in this? Can we thrive? Can we be who we are in that world? And they both kind of decided like, nah, we can't. So now he gets put in that world minus Vanessa. So now he's in that world by himself. Like that is like torture for somebody like him, which is crazy because he is literally in like a paradise, and he has no idea how to be happy.
But
I was like, that was great.
You have that same thing right next to you. So we have Matt talking to Karen, right? About the same thing. Can we live in this it's a total reflection of Fisk with Fisk and Vanessa's conversation. Can we live in this, not being in this crazy era? Can we actually have a normal life? And I don't know if you, as a viewer, for me, I honestly thought that we are going to get them being able to walk out. Then you see the police, and then they still want to charge Matt for all the stuff too. And I mean, does he get out? How does he get out? How does this work?
I think it sets up. Go ahead, B.
No, that was my big question. How's he gonna get out? Is Karen gonna come in? He gonna do something? Is he gonna be physically broken out? Is Fisk gonna resurface? Is a different villain gonna resurface and things get so worse, or things get so bad that they're like, hey, we kind of need your help?
Ace is saying
is Spider-Man gonna break him out?
Well, he's not supposed to be there. He's not supposed to be in any of the movies. He's not supposed to be in The Punisher. Does he break out? Does he want to break out? Or does he want to figure out a way for them to let him out? Because they need him.
But yeah, because then you get the next big threat. Like B was saying, what's the next big threat? It looks like the Hand shows up, and now it makes sense because now there's a power vacuum, not only in the criminal side of New York, but also the political side. And you can see somebody like the Hand, being able to come in and try to take advantage of something like that. There could be many reasons why they go after Daredevil, or they go after maybe even Spider-Man for some reason. So I'm really curious to see, but after watching this finale, I really, really think Daredevil is going to show up in Spider-Man. Right, like not just a little cameo like he did in the last movie, like full on, like he's going to be in there. He might not be a major part, but I think he's going to be in there for a decent little chunk.
You don't think it's too much?
I mean, at this point, you already have like 100 freaking characters in that movie. Yeah, you have so many.
And having them there, it seems like a lot. I'm not sure if him being there at a brand new day is necessary.
No, it's probably not. But Neither is Jean Grey. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true.
but because I mean, because we're getting so Hulk is gonna be in it. I mean, like, Punisher's gonna be in it, and there's just gonna be so many people in this freaking movie. It's just like at this point, yeah.
It's the
The hand is in
devil.
it. I think so.
I think it's called The Devil in Cell Block C.
Look, the one.
Someone Google the comic book.
The comic book for it.
The Devil in Cell Block C, because that's when he's in jail. And I want to know what happens in that one, because I think Michael Bendis also had something like that. Brian Michael Bendis also had part of that too. But
The Devil in Cell Block.
What's it for real?
It's D. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I can't remember what happened to that, because I know he was thrown in like Rikers Island. And I don't remember how he got out.
Yeah. I was never like a big Daredevil fan. Like I knew enough, especially some of the newer stuff I really didn't really follow. And that's why I'm reading the new, like, Stephanie Phillips, stuff, that she's doing, so so I might go back and read, like, I'm reading obviously this one, pretty good so far, but it's she's talking about stuff that I haven't read yet. He's old and he did this and he's done that. I'm like, oh shit, like I have no idea. So now I kind of want to go back and like read a lot of this stuff.
I don't know if you guys remember. So what the reason why I thought that Daredevil and Fisk will all be in prison together is because that's what happens in that one. So he makes his alliance with I think it's Frank Castle and Fisk or whatever, and that's how you get out. I just can't remember exactly how it ends. I have to go back and read. But it's possible that they need him. That New York needs him, and they eventually let him out. But yeah, the Devil and Cell Block D is a good storyline, and they used it, but they changed it, and that's what you should do. You have title, you use in the comic book, you understand the way to go, and then you say, "Well, I'm not going to go exactly word for word for it. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to change a few things." Exiling Fisk also happens in a different comic book, in a different run, but doing kind of combining the two, phenomenal. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. That's why like you said, I don't mind if they change things, especially in like comic books. If I'm not sure if that's like a single graphic novel kind of storyline, or if it's part of like issue 7 through like 20 or something like that. But a lot of times, like when you do those runs, there's a quote unquote ending. If it's a solo graphic novel, it ends, and you can't just have it end because you're doing a show. So you have to change things up a little bit, and I think that's fine. But as long as it feels enough, I think it'll be fine. And yeah, so now I want to go back. I want to probably I'll probably rent it from the library and read it like soon. Just because I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see like how what they took from the comic book, things they might have missed out, or things they might save for later and stuff like that. Even with the Luke Cage stuff, I want to go and find out like what comic book run, what graphic novel was he mayor? Because I kind of want to see what's going on with that, and I even want to know what he was doing.
Oh, you know exactly what he was doing over there. He was the assassin. He was the assassin. The person that's when Bullseye goes in. He's now with them now. Now Bullseye took his place.
Oh, you think he was working with what's his name?
He was working for him. He was 100%.
Okay.
And that's why she came and said, "How dare you come and attack my home?" Knowing that he's over there working for you.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So that's why it made perfect sense. With that's
But now I'm kind of curious. What was he doing? How did he even get working with him in the first place? So I'm kind of curious to see stuff like that.
The storyline is something that he agreed to work with him because as long as he let Jessica alone, he did it
like keep the family safe
to protect Jessica and his daughter.
Right.
Because his daughter becomes a superhero too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So I think she has a combination of both their powers. But I think that's what happens, that he did it. You come after me, so I can protect them. So that's why seeing him, and that's why she, jumped in his arms and all that stuff, and they love. Very cool.
Yeah. I like that. Just him standing in the doorway, I'm like, oh, but getting the at least them three on one episode together. The Danny Rand stuff. We'll see what happens.
Oh my God, he's
with
gonna
that.
be there, but damn it, I don't want
Man,
him there.
if after watching this, I think they have faith. I have some faith.
Yeah, I
That's it.
think if they
no
can
faith in
improve
Danny
things with the writing for him and definitely the martial arts, I don't think it's completely beyond saving.
He was the wrong Iron Fist to even choose.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, from the beginning, he's the wrong one to choose. So that's why I'm just not. Danny Rand is not needed to be. He shouldn't have been the guy.
Yeah, I mean, they could have definitely gone with other actors for sure. But I mean, that's who we have now, and it seems like they're gonna keep it going. So I'm like, all right, if that's what we get, then at least make it good.
Yeah,
at least make it good.
But it's hard doing because there's so many problems with Danny Rand. I don't know. I hate that. I hate the fact that they went there, but whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, I really don't know too much about Iron Fist either. You know what I mean? Like he out of all four defenders, he's the one I know the least amount. Like of So
Sam.
Yeah, but I'm not.
No one cares.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. But it was like if they can fix it and do it better. And it seems like that's what they're kind of doing with the Disney Plus stuff, right? They're like, oh, these characters exist. You liked them, you hated them on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now they're all over here, and we're gonna do this new stuff with them over here. So hopefully, yeah. But I rather see Jessica Jones. I rather see a Luke Cage show first before.
I don't even want the whole show. He could be there, but let him be like the broccoli of the bunch. He's an addition to the meal. No one eats broccoli as a meal.
That's not a bad idea because he is the most hated out of the four. And if you want to make him accepted more, that might be the best way to do it, is start to show him in these other projects and like, see, he's not so bad. He's not so bad. See, he doesn't fully suck, and then maybe start to build him up through Luke Cage and through like
the Power Man, the Iron Fist. That's a lot of big stuff. Have him be with Daredevil a little bit. Have him be going against the Hand a little bit more. Have him be in the Jessica Jones in that world. Have him do those other things.
Yeah,
and then have him be the add-on. Let him be broccoli. Don't tell me he's steak. Let him be broccoli.
Yeah, no one eats broccoli at the meal.
I do.
It's it's a part.
No one from Chicago should be eating broccoli as a damn meal. Broccoli on
I do.
That don't even make no damn sense. Go eat your canned chicken and some broccoli. Oh, nasty.
What's up, Fernando?
What up, Fernando?
Let's see real quick. Get some of the comments real quick. They said he's gonna be either Hulk or Daredevil fighting the Hand when they're both coming together at the end of the trailer. Yeah. And like Mom Bear said, there's a scene where it looks like there's space. So,
but it could be any of there's so many damn characters.
Yeah,
we're gonna have Jean Grey. We're gonna have the Punisher. So we're gonna have the Hulk. There's so many damn characters in this damn movie. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Who knows? Tony said, I feel Fisk would just found a way to get out of jail. Yeah.
Or he would just ran the city from jail.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's where he thrives, though. But that's his environment. You know what I mean? So you put him in somewhere where you're like, here's a beach, here's a lawn chair, here's some sunscreen,
and you're far away from New York.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was like, yeah. I mean, that will break him mentally. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I did enjoy that. However, said I read most of my comics online. Yeah,
Which
you
is
can
this is a
actually.
good storyline that when you're doing these things. You could do that.
Yeah. I just found out you can rent comic books from your library online through the Libby app. So if you have a library,
Really?
you can go on. Yeah, not all of them, but majority of the big ones you can rent online through the library. So you're not doing it through like a piracy website or whatever. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So another reason to go to the library. Yeah, you gotta remember we review 4 comics every Sunday. Yep, buying it would be pricey. Exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
It's pile 1.
yeah, I got my stack. I wind up buying a bunch of Lost Fantasy ones I'm reading now.
This is today.
You got that much today? Ain't nothing even come out today.
Today. I got, of course, Avatar. Batman Static Beyond.
Yeah. Oh no, I got that one. That one when I go picked up.
I got that one yesterday.
I think it's the last one.
Absolute Superman.
I can't wait to read that Black Adam.
Dude, I got that. So, Absolute Green Lantern came out.
Green Lantern. I am kind of curious to know about that one.
I still love Storm's Mightiest Hero.
She is. She's not even the Earth's mightiest hero. She is a god at this point.
She is a god.
A god. And I saw somebody talk about this issue. Do you want me to ruin it real quick for you?
That's fine. Yeah. What?
She goes to DC.
Really?
She fucking goes to the DC universe, bro. Like
what?
It's not like it's more like if you know, you know. She goes to the wall of I forgot what it's called. But she kind of like dips in there for a little bit. Yeah, she's so powerful and so much of a goddess at this point, like legit goddess. She goes to DC.
Damn.
Yeah. So like that's stupid. And it's awesome at the same point, It's like the wall of all the old gods or the new gods in DC. So you see
all the gods down there, and it's like
it's like the wall of all the gods where they're like all like in a crucifix kind of position. You see Darkseid, like not moving, but he's like stone-ish, and then you get that bird. That's in that area. I forgot what it's called. Like it's like not a falcon. I forgot what it's called. But there's like a bird who is like can warp space and time in a DC universe type of shit. I don't know too much. That's when it starts getting like crazy with the DC stuff.
I'm gonna read this.
Yeah. She's that was like crazy. So I was like, oh shit.
And then we got this one with the Civil War Unmasked #1 that just came out. It's a big one. It's a new one from Marvel. I've been reading the Captain Marvel. Now you know. Now I've been telling you about it, but I still do it. I still collect every Amazing Spider-Man.
Nice.
Always. And then I grab, of course, the Black Adam.
Chuma Hill. Oh, I can't. His stuff is the best. I got
so good. I don't know, man. This is look at this. This one is fire.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of I got this is Chuma Hill. This is the same artist.
Yeah,
I love his art style. So obviously I got that one. Yeah,
I'm sorry. And then I got this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I thought that she was so cool. I was like, oh,
that was a good one.
And then of course, I love Batman Static, so I thought this one was phenomenal.
And it's the final one, right? Issue 6.
Yep. Well, this is issue 6? I thought it was 5. This is number 6. You're right. There's a 6. It's 6. Then of course I still read Daredevil. So this is number 2.
Yeah. I got to pick up. I have that one. I have to go get my pull list. Yeah.
And then I picked up. I only have issue 1 of Daredevil of Django and Zorro, so I got the rest of the series.
Nice.
So Django and Zorro.
That's awesome.
So
pick it all up.
Yeah, as you say, it gets expensive. It does get expensive, but you make your choices.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I got today, I got it in the mail, was my dork Tyler Kirkham.
Oh yeah.
So this matches all my absolute Batman stuff. Like all the battle beaten ones. So I'm sick. So when I'm getting that, that's the only thing. But that came in the mail.
That's cool. That's very, very cool.
All right, let's go some more comics, and we'll finish up with Daredevil.
What up, Delta Dads?
Yeah, get your Libby account working, man. The Libby account is
What's
awesome.
going on, Delta?
At Absolute Batman stuff debuting. I think next week. I think next week it drops.
Robin's. I think it's the first week of June.
No, I think it's the 13th, issue 20, right? Could be wrong.
Man, is it really?
Yeah, is it?
I mean, I ordered all those, but I didn't think it was the 13th. Really?
Yeah, issue 20 drops next week.
Wow.
I mean, they have not even the retailer exclusives. They have a lot of open order ones, like a lot of open order.
I saw 154 now.
115 is the number I see of total. But just the open orders is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just 8. Just open orders where you can order through your like comic book store and stuff like that. Then you have your incentive cover, the 1 in 25, and then you got like 100 fucking retailer ones. That's just stupid.
Oh no, so it says 158 variants this week.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's terrible.
I think I only bought. I mean, if you count the Scotty Young 3 covers as one, because it really is. I'm only at 7. I'm at 7 covers. Because I'm like, that's it. I'm not going crazy.
I'm not gonna tell you.
No. Because I mean, they're cool. A lot of cool, but I'm not loving a lot of them. I'm not really loving a lot of them.
I do like the Robins. I like, of course, you have a chance to see a Black Robin. I gotta do that. I have the Mr. Freeze one.
I'm getting that one. The Mr. Freeze one,
which is fucking awesome.
Because I needed to match my wall with all the other ones.
I got Jason Todd because I thought that's important to have Jason Todd. I have all 4 of them on the giant one. I have the one where they're each one of them where they're holding one of the Robins of each one. So I got it's like D, E, F, G, whatever. And then I have the Batman with the spikes, and it's like real black. What is real dark? Martin Simons, I think is that one. I think that's the one. I think I got that.
Okay.
So yeah, I got a few.
Yeah, there you go. I got the DC. What's his name? DNA. The David Nakayama.
Yeah.
I got that one. I got that one to match my Wonder Woman. But I didn't.
Oh, I did get this David Nakayama. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got that one.
Yeah, it's like all blacked out and stuff like that. But yeah, I got the ones I liked, and that's about it. I think that's all I'm gonna do from now on. I'm not gonna collect. Oh, and then I got the Luffy. I got the Luffy Gear 2 Dexter Soy one because of course. And then I got the 3-pack. I mean, I'm probably gonna sell at least the trade dress. But yeah. Yeah, but the Luffy one, I'm like, I for sure gotta get that. For sure gotta get that one. All right, we got sidetracked. Let's get back.
As we digress, we said we're not gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh man, who else we got? We got Delta Dan in here. What's up? Yeah, Ted Turner died. Yep.
Yeah.
If I shout it out, Fernando. But yeah, we got Teague just coming in right now.
What up, Teague?
Yeah,
what's going on, Teague?
All right.
But we had to tell you that Daredevil was phenomenal, and I love everything about it. And once again, when we saw Luke Cage, I rejoiced, and I had to take a picture of it and send it to Anzo because he hates him so much. And I just
he does.
Had to do it, and he was like, "That's where I started hating the episode." I was like, "You're a liar. You're a dirty, filthy liar, and you loved it. I don't care what you say about it. It was great." Everything that they did with Matt Murdock, the storyline is going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to season 3 to see what the hell happens with the Defenders all working with them. They're all being in New York, and it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's just he's such a great Luke Cage. He really is, man. He fits it so perfect. But yeah. I season 3, I can't wait. And so I know I messaged you guys, and I'm like, I hate that season 1 was so lackluster, you know, because it was all set up. I think Brandman says it all the time. Like it was just a trailer, or it was all set up for season 2.
For
you
season
know?
2, yeah. That's exactly what it was.
But I think that affected the viewership in this season. You know,
the viewership dropped.
Drop. I think it was like a 50-ish, somewhere in that range,
Somewhere in that range, yeah.
percent drop, which is crazy because this season it had some issues. I had some issues for sure, but overall, like it was really good. Yeah, season 1 definitely. But season 1 sucked because it was only technically really half of the actual season. You know, because season 1 and season 2 were one season. I'm sorry.
You're right, but but season 2 didn't suck without season 1. It's just season 1 sucked on its own. I think they just did a bad job.
Yeah. Like if season 1 and season 2 were actually all came out together and we got, what was it, 16 episodes or whatever it was, all together at once, I think people would be super happy with everything, you know. But because they split it the way they did.
It was a long time for them to get in the studio. It was just a long time.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this last episode brings in more people and they're like starting to get hyped more about it. And they're like, they want to see, hopefully we get Punisher. Is it next week or is it 2 weeks?
The 13th, right? So it's next week.
No, next week. Oh shit. Yeah. So I hopefully, you know, like exactly what Ace is saying, you know, word of mouth of how great this finale was. Next week looks great with the Punisher, and then hopefully people kind of come back and give this season 3 like a big boost in viewership, you know. So
it needs it because a great finales, but on Disney Plus is not what we usually get.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Ooh, Fernando saying this is the best episode, including the Netflix series.
I don't think I ever watched the Netflix series and I jumped up when he was saying, and I was screaming when he's saying, "Are you going to say it? Are you going to tell them all?" I don't think I ever jumped up. And when they closed the door and Wilson Fisk opened the door, it's like, "No, I'm not taking the deal." And he just started destroying people in front of him. I don't think I've ever saw, or when Bullseye killed everyone in the room and they tried to set him up and still took a shot and killed, bro. There were so many things that happened that BB set up the whole city of New York. Yeah, this is probably the best episode. I've never seen all New York wearing. First of all, they all gotta be rich because those Daredevil masks are
some of them
shit.
Some of them, but some of them look like paper mache, which I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But some of them look like, some of them look like, oh, that looks real. Like, where'd you get that from? Well,
this was great. I have one complaint.
Oh yeah, let's get into that. Let's get it because I think it's all of this. We all have the same complaint,
guys.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say it. What are they doing with this female muse? Heather sucks as a person, as a character, and I hate her so much. And why is she no karate? Why is she taking people down? When did we see Heather learn how to do anything? What
did this
the
happen?
hell is going on? What is happening? She learned. She's super quick now. She's able to knock people in their throat and to do all these things. And she's got this mask. What does she have? She's a person, a little girl who's not trained. Who's not fucking. She's not Harley Quinn. So what are we doing?
Yeah, it was too out of left field for me. I get that she was traumatized by what happened with the other muse last season, and you know, obviously you develop some type of coping mechanism, but I'm gonna become a super villain.
Kung Fu powers.
I'm gonna become a super villain is a little too big a jump for me.
From regular person to super villain.
Yeah, but I mean, but we all knew this was coming, though, right? I mean, because we've been talking about it since the start of the season. It's just, and
you know what? It's not even the fact that she's a regular person. It just seems like too big a jump for me, from where she was last season, and and then just going full blown super villain in the next one. We didn't see her doing any like training, anything like that for that, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. You know, I'm trying to wrap my head around the why.
You know, when you slap Karen, you get superpowers. That's all she did, and she wouldn't be able to beat Karen up if Karen didn't have handcuffs on. So
she was locked up.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
she was
Mm-hmm.
The power of my betrayal from Matt not loving me and not telling me the truth. Oh no! Now I have all the superpowers. I'm like, oh my god, how? What are we doing?
You ever seen that clip from It's Always Sunny? You know, he goes, I summoned the very power of being a man, and he like punches it. I feel like that's her. It's like, I summoned the power of my trauma. It just like I wouldn't mind it, but I feel like that should be more of a build up in season 3. You know, like and have her be more psychological than physical. You know what I mean? Like have her do things where like he's like brainwashing people or fucking with people and do stuff like that. No.
So how can she be psychological when Muse doesn't speak?
I don't know.
Someone tell me. You know, I'm 100%. If you can explain me what happens, I'll be thankful. I will not argue with you. I just want to know how.
She is. Yeah. It's that was. I would say though, the one part of it was cool when she put on the mask and she's looking in the mirror and she still sees her face. But I'm like, that's cool.
It's from the book.
What is it?
Yeah, what he said. What she said. She said,
"Oh yeah. What's a mask and blah blah blah." Yeah.
And they don't see themselves as the mask. They say that what they see on the outside is actually the mask, and what they put on the mask is actually who they really are on the inside. And that's what she said. She's now become used on the inside. She's on the outside. She still looks like herself.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a cool, like, you know, kind of thing they did. But I still feel like they should have just kind of left her alone and deal with trauma. Because did Buck die?
They never said anything about Buck. But Buck died. He just
they left that open ended.
Did they? Okay. Could she be Muse and Buck be her like physical part? He actually does all this stuff. Yeah, her arms, her physical, all the fighting does to Buck, and he's the one. She saved his life, kept him warm, whatever, and he now honors her because there's no more Kingpin there, and the Buck does all the physical stuff, and she just is like the mouth.
She's like the brains, and he's the brawn.
Yes,
kind of behind it. Yeah. I like that. I can see that. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. I'm like, did Buck die? I don't remember.
We didn't see anything. We just saw him. He's cold, and she took the dude's jacket, and he said, "This is a $2,000 suit." He was like, "Give me him," and then she just knocked him out. And because he tried to touch her.
Yeah, he was a dick to her. Yeah, he was definitely a dick to her. I mean, good for her, cool, but it's also like, did Buck teach you that? Like, at some point, you should have had some like you were taking self-defense classes. Like, you could have said shit like that in passing. You know, you just out of nowhere, you're just like, I know kung fu now. You know, it's like
the Matrix.
Exactly. Yeah. She went from 0 to 100 really quick. Exactly. Teek said, I said it as you guys said it. It had, if they had released all 17 hours of Born Again rather than splitting it into 2 seasons, it would have worked better. Yeah, I think so. You know, and maybe do like every so often, here's 2 episodes and 1 episode, and you know, maybe at some other points here's 2 more episodes. But yeah, it would have worked like together. And I think people were excited, like, oh shit, we're getting a full season of something, and they're like, nah, 8 episodes, and you're like, what the hell? So. Yeah.
Did you have any problem with Angela?
Go watch it, Delta.
Did you have any problem with Angela becoming the new White Tiger and kicking ass and just beating the police officer's head against the damn wall. Like she was crazy.
That was I couldn't remember. Did we see her have any kind of
She's trained.
prowess?
So Karen
she
and
has
Daredevil,
the amulet too.
She has the amulet,
Okay.
and Karen was training her hand to hand in combat.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
That I had forgotten about. So that explains why she was doing that and
Heather returned into exactly.
Heather will return in Doomsday.
I like that. Yeah. So she has like kind of a cheat code because she has the amulet, and the amulet kind of gives her some of the powers. But I'm pretty sure in I don't know. Again, I don't know too much about her in the comic, but I know in some of the animated shows, it's her and not like her uncle or whatever guy has it. So, and then she works with Spider-Man because she's also young. At least from the shows I've seen. So,
but she, I know she actually. You saw her with Karen when Karen was doing her stuff, and they were talking about with her aunt was there doing all the stuff. She was there training, so she's done these things. She's worked with Daredevil. She's done some more things going on. So I feel like that's made a little bit more sense. I had no problem. Plus, Heather was just fucking annoying. I hated her as a regular person, so I didn't want her as, of course, to be abused. Like, what the hell? Like, you're a terrible character.
She does not. Yeah, she does not do anything for me as a character, and yet, to be honest, she never did.
Yeah, like I never got. I was like, so you're mad at Daredevil because he saved you? Because like you're just that trauma filled, where you're like,
you lied. That's why.
I don't know. Also, I saw some of canned chicken, canned chicken and broccoli will return in Doomsday.
Hey, so it's totally gonna take us off the rails, but we were talking about this. My police officer friend, I don't want to say his name or whatever, but we live together. We work out, and I saw him today. He lost 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. And I was like, how the hell did you do that? He's like, well, I go to 200 grams of protein every day. And how do you get 200 grams? He gets the filtered milk carton from Aldi, and he drinks that full thing every day, one of those every day. He drinks a shake. I guess it's a shake, but more of a protein drink every day. No powdered stuff, but real protein shakes. And then he'll eat broccoli. And like if he really needs some protein or some flavor, he'll get canned chicken. So that's what we talk about, the canned chicken. And that's just what he does because it's a quick thing. And basically he's going down to, if you add it all up, he gets 200 grams of protein and less than 1,800 calories.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if a person who works out regularly burns about 4,000 calories a day, that's about where it is, about 4,000. So if you go down to 1,800 calories intake with the 4,000 calories that you burn just on working out and doing all this stuff, you're naturally going to lose a pound a day, because it's about 2,400 calories is about a pound. So you're getting close to being a pound a day. So like literally in 2 weeks, he's like lost all this damn weight. I'm like, how did he do that? And that's how he did it.
That's good.
Had nothing to do with anything else, but
You got me concerned.
I would never. I'll eat chicken salad, but even then, I'm probably going to take real chicken, chopping it up, get some celery, chop it up. I'm going to make it for real. I'm not eating it. But
yeah. The only canned like meat would probably be tuna.
I'll eat like tuna. Exactly.
Even then, I rather get it in the bag because I don't have to worry about oils or waters and stuff like that. So the bag
never doing
easier.
oil. Never do.
Never.
Oil.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
No,
I always get it in the water if I have to.
Woo.
Yeah.
But I haven't been hitting the food like that much, like going hardcore like that.
200 grams of protein is ridiculous.
That's a lot. Because I know. What were you saying, B?
I struggle trying to get to like 150.
Yeah. Because I remember like when I was working out a lot, it was 1 gram per body weight per pound. body weight, and that was like what I was really kind of going after, and trying to get like 225, like it was a lot. It was just a lot of protein. But now you got Fairlife, fucking Fairlife. It tastes delicious. You get like 30 grams in that one little bottle. So it's like
the filtered one. So I think the one out from Aldi is like it's 16 per serving,
and
there's 5 servings in a carton.
Yeah.
So just do the math. That's 80 grams of protein in a carton.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Yes, I lost 20 pounds by the power of Wegovy.
Wegovy. Yeah, they works. Whatever works. I don't care.
It works. Works. That's okay. I just keep cheating. I feel like
it's not worth it.
I mean, but if it jump starts you, because a lot of times like the issue with losing weight is the initial part of losing weight. So once you see like, oh shit, I lost 10 pounds, I lost 20 pounds, I think it motivates you to like actually put in the effort, So like granted,
totally.
If you want to call it cheating or whatever, but now you start seeing this number, you're like, oh shit, things are changing. Maybe I could do this, So it's like that kick in the butt to get things going is definitely like, oh well, maybe now I can walk a little bit more because I'm down 20 pounds, or I can eat better now, because obviously the Wegovy, is gonna make you not eat. So
but it's also not going to eat. You can't do it forever, So like it's not going to. You have to change certain things.
You gotta get back into it.
You start working out, you're doing all these other things, it just makes everything else easier. And I have no problem with anything you do, anything to kickstart you wherever you got to go. Whatever you got to do.
Amber, you're down 90 pounds. That's
holy crap.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
That is beautiful. I love that.
Damn, even Ace said, no joke, help with medicine. I lost 110 in a year.
That's
nice.
Amazing.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Dude, and that's what you really need. So after that, I'm all about it. But I also think that being able to eat differently, it helps.
You eat like a bird now.
Probably like your meals, you just don't eat a lot. I don't eat a lot. I've never eaten a lot. Just not a big eater.
Yeah. Now when I eat a lot, I tend to get like upset, like really upset. Like we had like a Tupperware chicken from the other night, and Erica's like, I'm sick of chicken. I'm like, I don't want to throw it away. So that was my lunch, and it was a lot of fucking chicken. I say a lot of chicken. It was like 4 pieces, like, and for me, I was like, oh. But back in the day when I was really working out, I would eat like a lot of chicken, and it would get to the point where I'm like eating it and fucking gagging because I was like, I don't want to eat no more chicken. I don't want to eat no more broccoli and shit. So I'm like, just like forcing myself because I'm like, I have to eat this.
For
and
me,
that's kind of reminded me of that the other day.
I would never do all this stuff. I love black beans and rice.
Oh,
I need black beans and rice in my life. So I can't go on this. When you're counting this stuff, I need my black beans and rice. That's 550 calories right there for a bowl of black beans and rice. So I ain't going to worry about
how many carbs, bro. That's starch with starch. It's like you want a carb with on top of your carb.
Because I'm diabetic, so I have to give myself 60 grams of whatever to go through it. So I know about it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man,
can't even look at food.
Oh, I eat. Yeah.
Within 2 years, felt light as a feather. That's what did he say?
238 within 2 years. That's crazy, man. That's like a whole person.
I eat all I eat is protein over here with my veggies and fruits. Cutting out the toxic food made me feel so much better. It really does. I mean, it really does. And it changes. I think when you want to lose weight, the best way to do it is by changing your diet, even more than working out. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
All right.
That is.
We talked about Daredevil. We probably should get on the boys, huh?
Yeah. Here, so we'll finish. Let me mark it here. We'll finish up with the rating for the season. All of season 2. We'll do like a letter grade, number grade, however you guys want to rate it. We'll go with
episode then season.
Well, I think we all liked the season or the episode. So we kind of, but I would say the whole season, the whole season as a whole. We'll start with Brand Man. What you think about the season 2? What are you grading Daredevil Born Again?
I'd give it a solid B plus. If we're going like on a letter scale, awesome season, absolutely trumped the absolutely. Why did I say trumped? I don't want to use that. Absolutely topped its predecessor in pretty much every way. Everything that you were disappointed with the last season, I think they definitely improved. Like you said, Tank, I really think this season and the last were supposed to be one. So the fact that they did this and it hit the ground running right out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And they kept it up during the entire season and made a satisfactory finale that leaves you really like, holy crap, what happens next? I need to know what happens next. You've succeeded, in my opinion. So yeah, and if we're going our usual ratings, I'd say this is a now watch for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What are you, Brian?
I think right now we're living in a time. We're gonna look back at this time specifically. 2026 from beginning of March to the end of like August as one of the historically great times of TV. With that being said, this is one of the better shows I've seen. I think it's probably the second best finale I saw this year. And that I kind of put it all in perspective. I think Paradise is probably my number one, and I think Daredevil is right there with it, 1 and 1A. And overall, the season, I'm gonna give it about B plus. They had some dips, they had some quiet parts, they had some slower parts, but all of it was building up to this epic finale. And if you miss any piece and then we didn't get here, then it wasn't be worth missing. So this is about B plus. I'm almost ready to give it an A, but 88, 89%, something like that. Right there. You're not quite an A, but you get real close.
See, I would probably give it an A, like minus or whatever, but I would give it a little higher just because like there's only like really like 2 episodes where I was just like, all right, like, and it was like right in the middle where I was like, if you're gonna do an episode like this, at least it's in the middle, and it's getting ready for the big ending, but overall I think it started off great, it ended off amazing. Yeah, it was just, I mean, I'll definitely give it a now. I think it was just if you binge it, I think it's a better watch. Like watch all 8 episodes all together, within a couple days. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Because by the end you're gonna be like us, like screaming and shit. Like that's 2 times this week at work, because I watched this at work, that I've like said, "Oh shit!" like at work, like really loud, just because I was so like unprepared for what was coming, and what I saw. So, if it was able to do that, and then like Brandman was saying, like a show that sets up what's coming next in a way that is also satisfying to finish the season, and is like, and here's what's coming. So it's like I enjoyed how it ended, and I'm looking forward to what's coming next. That's the perfect way to end the season, for me. So yeah, definitely a now. And probably I agree with Brian. Like Paradise was amazing, but this was probably the second best finale so far.
Absolutely.
Just real quick on IMDb, they have season 2. So episode 1 was 8.2. Episode 2 was a 7.9. Episode 3 is 8.7. Episode 4 was a 9.4. Episode 5 was a 9. Episode 6 was a 9. Episode 7 was an 8.9. And episode 8, the finale, was a 9.6. So it's by far the best episode of this season. And overall, it's about 8.8.
Yeah, that's nice. That episode, was it 6? I think.
I thought 5 and 6 were terrible.
Yeah, I thought I didn't because whatever episode it was where they're just kind of running the whole time, and then Vanessa like dies. I was like,
because it was the episode after Vanessa died, and then and we were expecting Kingpin to change. He never changed.
He never fully, like it was coming because it's like, oh, the door has been opened and we're just waiting for him to go full crazy, like him step through the crazy door, But yeah. I thought 5 and 6 were the 2 lower ones, and it being that high on IMDb is actually kind of surprising.
Because you get the epic Daredevil bullseye fight when Daredevil was whooping his butt when after he saved his life, and he's trying to decide if he's going to kill him because of Foggy, and then episode 6 is when you got what's her name, Kristen. From what's her name? Oh my, Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones.
Why am I thinking
Jessica Jones?
Kristen Ritter.
Ritter. So Jessica Jones came in episode 6, so that's why those are higher rated. But it's not because they're good.
Yeah, because you got Foggy, and then you got Jessica Jones coming in. So I guess that was a little bit more of a fan. Like here you go.
Remember, once again, we had Bullseye with Daredevil in episode 5.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. Even though nothing happened.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, that's went out a few rants. So if you watch live, we can win rants. I'll probably cut that out for the edit. But if you are watching on the replay, make sure you guys come and check us out live when we do these reviews. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and come and join us when we do reviews like this. But we want to hear from you guys, so leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this finale. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any predictions for season 3? I know we got some leaks already, so we kind of know who's in season 3. But I kind of want to know, what's Luke Cage going to do? What's going to happen with Kingpin? We didn't see anything about Kingpin. I'm curious about him. So, any theories, all that fun stuff, let us know in the comments. And but if you are watching live, you guys are awesome. We appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night. All right.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna say "Sweet Christmas."
Sweet Christmas. I think we all did. Yeah. There we go. What do you guys think we're gonna do about Foggy? Follow the fake his death storyline like they did in the comics?
No, I think they're gonna say he's dead.
No,
I think so. It sucks.
Because much as I love him not being dead, it would just undo a lot of things, including what really kind of set the story in motion for this season. So they gotta really stand 10 toes down on that.
100%.
Yeah.
A retcon would, that's I don't like retconning, especially like that. So they gotta
do some more flashbacks. I wouldn't mind a flashback here and there just to keep Foggy in the story a little bit, but he needs to stay dead. He did. So is he. Is Gwen Stacy, kind of.
That's an interesting analogy. I kind of like that.
Yeah. And then what's up, Collector? Wednesday. What's going on?
Hey, Collector.
So the same thing we all did. Yep. I'm not gonna turn down the opportunity. Brandon Flex.
He's ready.
Extra Brandman Day. Well, but yeah, we were just like loving this episode. We're like, we got to talk about it.
Good Lord.
Yeah, because we talked about it for a while right now. I mean, granted, we had some rants in there for a little bit, but
canned chicken.
Exactly.
And comic books. Canned chicken and comic books.
So yeah, Daredevil, canned chicken and comics, like all sprinkled in there, and weight loss.
Exactly, weight loss.
Oh man. Yeah. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm actually get ready for bed here. Yeah, we hear you, man. We're gonna probably talk about the boys and then call it.
This is a 15-20 minute talk right here. We getting out.
Yeah, this was a short one. Yeah, let's just jump into Bring this up real quick. Yeah, there we go. Though the heavens fall. Nice.
There's a lot that happened in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. Even the deep story, I was kind of like interested in for once. All right,
What's he gonna do about talking about Black Noir? Like,
that's why I said a lot of shit happened. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. We got a discussion. We're talking about The Boys season 5, episode 6 just dropped today. You know, so we're doing our Wednesday show out of nowhere. But yeah, we're gonna talk about episode 6, Though the Heavens Fall, and then IMDb. Their synopsises are great. It says available now exclusively at VMC theaters. Get the new deep popcorn bucket for only $32.99. That's literally what IMDb has. Also, the best
opening?
Nicole Kidman with Firecracker.
You beat me to it. I was like, they really went there. They really spoofed the Nicole Kidman AMC ad.
So good.
So
good.
Funny.
That was great.
It was.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I kind of like laughed out loud when that happened. Also, at least give Firecracker one more episode to be in. You know. But yeah, you know, I got a lot of stuff that's going on. You know, Deep got into some stuff. We got the Legend coming back for an episode. Soldier Boy and Homelander, Sage doing stuff. You know,
I mean, you can see Sage trying to go change sides, but you also knew it didn't matter because she's been setting herself a failure from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, geez, annoying.
I say that Sage honestly is a worse villain than Homelander, or her idea is worse than Homelander. Homelander wants everyone to be subjugated towards him and see him as all these great things. Sage wants everyone to die. Everybody.
Yeah.
Men, children, women, children, everybody dead.
She's a lot more what's the word? She's a lot more nihilistic. Which is really saying something in comparison to Homelander. Well, you know, Homelander has a god complex, but it's the fact that she's so convinced in her own conviction
of her own superiority too.
Her own superiority, that I think that's ultimately going to be her undoing, because it certainly was her undoing on this episode. You know, we saw just how badly things went wrong. You know?
Yeah. It's just her plan for one is stupid, because I'm like, if the virus gets out, like, there's a good chance it's gonna kill you. You're like, oh, but I'm in my bunker. I was like, yeah, but
I have a problem with her plan. It's just
I mean, the plan's stupid. It was like,
well, I think her being in her bunker, she has it already set up. She already knows. You know, if that's the case, then we wouldn't have that show Paradise. We wouldn't have the show of any other things if things can get through. If you have a bunker safe, deep enough that she could just have her do her thing, and that's why it's in the Colorado Mountains, just like all those other shows that we just saw.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
So I understand it, but I understand why she's doing it, but it's stupid.
But like, are you sure this virus is not gonna make its way into your bunker? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are we positive about that?
Yeah, you can have filtered air. You can do. There's things. This is how they did in Paradise. You have filtered air. You have air that doesn't come from the outside. You can do certain things.
Can it be filtered? Like, but that's the thing. Is like, you don't know anything about this.
Out there. But can she? I think that all those things can be done. But can she even make it there?
Yeah, I was like, you just have to be in the vicinity of this thing, and it melts you. You know, like, So I mean, but even then, I was like, if you want to be left alone, then go be left alone. Go into fucking.
That's all
bunker.
it takes.
You don't have to destroy the world to go into bunker. Like, just go.
But she doesn't want
You
people.
know what I
to
mean?
exist.
Like, fake your death and go.
I
Like,
think she's hurt from her childhood, and that's definitely not fucking excuses. It's whatever, you know.
every
But
character in the show is. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, including the good people, the good
Yeah,
and
the-
bad.
yeah. Look at Butcher. You know, he just killed his dad not too long ago. So, yeah, they're all like, Ryan. Jesus, you know, the poor kid.
Well, I was on Starlight. We just talked about her last episode with her father, who left her because her mother was being a terrible person, and he left her with her.
Yeah.
So,
Even to me, because I'm annoyed with her. Like her, this was her plan all along? I keep waiting for it to be something else. Me too. I kind of hope they do, but I don't think especially after this episode, I don't think she.
You don't think she gets killed?
I think she gets killed. Oh, Homelander.
Homelander finds her. She's the first one that he wants to get rid of.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need you anymore. I have ultimate power. I am a god at this point.
And she already betrayed him.
Yeah.
She already did it.
Yeah. And he was already suspicious of her because she kind of almost betrayed him a few times. You know, it just never got to that point with full betrayal. So like he doesn't trust her. So yeah. So now after this is like, oh, okay, this is a reason for me to kill you. Like, you know, so yeah.
Well, he seemed like he was hurt by her betrayal. He thought that they were playing dream. But I think he's very naive in that way.
Yeah. So Taco Bell was her downfall.
I mean, Taco Bell is a lot of people's downfall, especially, you know, your intestines.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be dead by the end of the show. No one lives. Very good chance of that happening. You know, very good chance of that happening. But
what did you think about that? The idea, what Kimiko and Starlight kind of said that they had that conversation of what they're
with the V1 or not taking the V1.
Not taking the V1.
I get it. You know, I you know, as
me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those tropes of like immortality trope. It was like, oh, see everyone die. You know, it's sad.
I don't think I will want to be immortal either.
Yeah,
me neither. No. If you've ever seen the movie Death Becomes Her, Bruce Willis sums up why that's a pretty bad idea.
Yep.
But for somebody like Homelander, who doesn't have those attachments, who doesn't have those emotions. I mean, the only other person that he kind of cares for is Soldier Boy, who's also immortal. So, you know, he's the one kind of person that doesn't go along those you know tropes because he doesn't care. You know, he kills the people he loves. You know, so obviously he doesn't care.
Well, because no one loved him. He doesn't even know what love is. Yeah, remember what's going on with Homelander. Homelander was created in a test tube, was raised by scientists, and they're all poking and prodding and trying to hurt him. And he went through all type of trauma, crazy trauma throughout his life, and he never had any type of interaction with any real people. So, like, the reason why he is the way he is because the way they treated him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. You know,
I think he has more of an excuse than Sister Sage does.
Oh,
she at least had her grandmother, has some love. Homelander had no love ever.
Yeah. Because all the people that he thought loved him, maybe they did to some extent, but it also was covered up with, I'm gonna use you. You know, like, you know, so it's like, do you know from what's her name from season 1? I can't think of her name. She was the angel he saw. I can't think of her name. But you know, she kind of had feelings for him, but also was using him. You know, Firecracker too. You know, I think Firecracker loved him. You know, but also wanted to use him.
Do you think she wanted to use him?
not use him in the way that like somebody like, you know, some of these other characters were, but definitely use his name and his power for her to be also powerful, you know.
Mhm.
You know. So not use him like, oh, I can't remember her name. You know, Madeline. Thank you, Madeline Stillwell.
Yeah.
You know, she used him for
Mhm.
for power. You know, I think Firecracker used him to kind of be famous and for her to be somebody important. You know,
I think she loved him.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think she really
did.
did. I
Mhm.
think she
I think she
really
did.
loved him. I don't think anyone else
I
really loved him, but she did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like how Stormfront and Soldier Boy.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's also a level of fear. You know, and the fear, that's the crazy part, especially this episode with what happened with Legend. That was really interesting. That was really, really interesting because this season, more than any other season, we've seen people, A-Train, the Legend, who are like, I'm not afraid of you anymore. Like,
Mhm.
and it's really interesting to see how he reacts. When the Legend just slapped him on the shoulder, wasn't anything, just like, hey, you know, get over it, bud. And just kind of like little shoulder slap. Homelander's so not used to being touched that like, and Anthony Starr does a great acting when it comes to this, where like he's like you touched me, like
Yeah.
what, like it's not like how dare you, but it's more of like confusion, like what just happened,
Yeah.
you know, how should I react, I don't know what to do, you touched me, you know.
Mhm.
And Anthony Starr, just like his face and everything he does whenever somebody does something like that is always great.
Mhm. And even a lot of his ticks, like when challenged or feeling insecure or feeling like his ego has taken some kind of blow, and
Yeah,
you know,
it was Ace.
this is this is a dude who's like coming apart at the seams, you know. So a lot of his facial ticks, like he's just
So boring.
barely holding it together, if even that. You know, he's able to do so much on with those. You know.
Mm-hmm. What's up? What's
Mm.
up, Rashawn?
Rashawn, what's up?
Yeah, let me say it right now, but your face. Funny. Also, what's up, Lawrence?
What's
But
going
yeah.
on, Lawrence?
Yeah, Lawrence.
But yeah, and yeah, definitely the ticks, and yeah, he's so good as this character.
Mhm.
Makes sense though,
Um,
just with his social anxiety, the not being touched, not being raised, having no one who loved him growing up. You understand why he's the way he is. So I just,
Mhm.
you know,
very much so. Yeah, yeah. That's why everyone's so scared to touch him and scared to be around him, and he knows
Mhm.
this because he can, you know, hear their heart rate, you know, go faster and them freaking out. Like he has all these powers. And that's why the Legend was like, he's like, you're not afraid. He's like,
Mhm.
bro, I've seen it all. You know,
Mhm.
at least for the Legend, he's like, I effed it all. That's
Mhm.
he's like,
he's a great Legend.
he's also
You
saying,
know,
I'm too old. I'm too old. I'm
yeah.
gonna run from you right now. Come on.
You know, I've been there, done it all, seen it all. I'm too old. I'm too old to give a shit anymore. So if you're gonna
Mhm.
do it, do it. You know. So it's like he accepted it. You know, very much like A-Train. You know, but A-Train was more of a disrespectful. I'm not afraid of you. Where the Legend was more, I don't care anymore, and I'm not afraid of you because fuck it, kind of
Mhm.
thing. You know, so I think Homelander respected that a little bit more. You know, which is really interesting. I found that part of it all was like, huh, like it was interesting of him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you worried that Soldier Boy and Homelander are really connecting now?
Ugh.
Even the one thing that might have torn them apart would be Stormfront, because Soldier Boy
Mhm.
really loved her,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Homelander took advantage of her in so many different ways.
Yeah, he fetishized her,
Mhm.
you know, which was just oh. The even hearing that audio, I'm like, dude, even by your standards, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm not defending Stormfront, but to do that with basically a half alive torso.
Yeah, exactly. Was this real messed up?
Yeah.
It's like,
But
it
also
wasn't
was-
all like that.
But also she was another person who like loved him but was using him too, you know.
I don't know
You
if she
know,
ever
for
loved him.
different reasons.
I think she's a user altogether.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Yeah.
But she
I
did
think-
love the idea of him.
Yes, of who he was, because she was so fucking racist.
But he's
You
also
know.
the most powerful. It's kind of what what we heard from Soldier Boy
Soulja
today.
Boy.
Like she, you are what she always wanted me to be.
Yeah.
The most powerful of all of us. And that's what I need. And this is why I'm giving it to you. So
It's I don't know how I feel about it. Because we got it in one of the last episodes, the one shot episodes.
Mhm.
Where Castiel, I forgot whoever it was, Castiel and Sam were like, oh man, he's a weirdo, he's this and he's blah blah blah, he's blah blah blah. And then Soldier Boy is like, yeah, but he's my blah 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 shitty person, And I was like, oh, what? Like you care
really?
for this guy now?
Did you agreed with Sage saying, now we know what happened with Stormfront, and saying the video to him about what he did to Stormfront would change Soldier Boy? Did you think that was going to change him?
I'm not even sure if I had given it too much thought.
Yeah. I mean, he got pissed. He got
super pissed.
Yeah, he was super pissed. It's just weird. But I think because he's been around Homelander for so long already and sees Homelander being this weirdo, I think he got past it. He's like, oh yeah, you're a freak. And Stormfront also likes you because of who you are and what you represent. So I think he kind of like was like cool with it. I don't know. I don't know, man. The Soldier Boy is such a interesting character this season because I really don't know.
Yeah, the guy's way too unpredictable.
When the hell did he have the avatar power to like depower soups?
Yeah, because I don't remember.
Isn't that I thought that's the stuff in his chest. That's what you could do.
But I thought that was just a massive,
take away
nuke.
Powers.
Yeah,
because that's what Homelander said you could do. You could always just take away my power.
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, I just don't remember it that well, but yeah, but that was interesting. But I guess also because that was a pretty big ass explosion, so I guess you have to be a strong enough soup to handle that explosion in the first place. To do it. That bomb. What's his name? Bomb. What was that guy? The other guy, the heavy one. For whoever
bomb. Oh my god.
Bomb brigade or bomb. Whatever the hell.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yeah. But yeah, he was pretty strong too.
Yeah, I mean, he was punching Soldier Boy, and they obviously had a big rivalry.
Yeah, and they both have V1 bomb site. There you go. Thank you, Lawrence. Yeah. Tony said Stormfront was getting passed around like a vintage baseball.
Now,
yeah. Misha Collins. To be fair, Misha is a lovable weirdo. Yeah, he was definitely a weirdo in The Boys. I like this character though.
The power of my bad breath. It's going to knock you out.
Lauren said, I think Kamiko might be the key. She needs a second mutation so she can regenerate better and survive everything. Wait, that'd be interesting. Yeah, Kamiko's a cool character. Even in the comics, she's pretty cool. And in the show, I like that at least they give her a voice, and she's cool. I love the actress. I can't remember the actress. She's great. She does a lot of voice acting. But to see her in live action,
Karen
Fukuhara.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Stormfront husband created Gen V.
Yep, and apparently she was just having sex with everybody else. He was creating Gen V.
Yeah. Well, but so we got into the Soldier Boy stuff a little bit. Got into the Homeland. Oh, we'll talk more about like what happened at the end with Homelander. But I want to get into the deep stuff, the deep and Black Noir.
Oh my god!
Because damn, what do you think, B?
So again, there's no salvation storyline for the deep. I think he's just gonna get some kind of comeuppance, probably potentially in the form of his own death, and he's not going to be redeemed. He hasn't done anything that reserves a redemption arc, and it's way too far gone in the season, even if they wanted to. But you know, he's a sycophantic freaking douche. Yeah. And he's like a stereotypical dude, bro.
So bad.
Who happens to have superpowers. So, but I liked that, but Black Noir, man, I'm sorry, you did that to yourself.
Yeah. Didn't he kind of overdo it? Like, he killed one person. You killed 1.2 billion sea life.
Yeah.
That's
was
a lot.
That was overkill.
I mean, it's like the biggest oil spill was it like ever?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever he did. So yeah.
And then you're gonna freaking gloat to the Deep's face about it, and then turn your back on him.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, let's do the podcast." What?
Like,
yeah.
You couldn't have thought that was just the end of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Also, I'm like, isn't he strong? Like, he's getting choked out by the Deep, but I'm like, I'm sure the Deep has, strength, but I'm like, isn't that like Black Noir's whole thing is like superpower, super strength? Like,
that's what I
thought. You can't like flip the dude over or whatever,
like, is it the end of Black Noir? Does he come back? Does the real Black Noir come back?
Another Black Noir. I doubt it. 2 more episodes left. I doubt it.
Does Ryan take over the Black Noir costume?
Ryan needs to be able to walk and open and chew food before he can be.
But he has super healing.
Yeah.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah, okay. But I think he stays dead. I don't think they're gonna do anything. I think Homelander's gonna find out, and I think he's gonna get pissed.
Did he kill David Davis' character? The preacher?
Was that the preacher? I forgot what his name was. I don't think he kills him. I don't, man.
I mean, once he lets everyone know, he let Starlight go.
Starlight go.
Oh father, when father let her go,
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I don't think he's that big of a character. I mean, he might. I don't know. No, I mean, it's so hard to tell because Homelander could literally do whatever he wants, kind of thing. So yeah. But I can see him getting really pissed off at the Deep, and I can maybe seeing him killing. I don't know if he kills the Deep. I don't know if I want Homelander to kill the Deep. I forgot who brought it up here. With the Deep getting killed by like some octopus or something like that. Like,
I still think Starlight deserves to do it.
Oh yeah, 100%. But even like I think some sea life is going to do it, because when he brought back that tuna, he's like, we know, Kevin. I was like, oh, like the ocean hates you now, man. So
you can't go nowhere.
Yeah. So, but I do find it very interesting where like all these people are denouncing kind of the things that they love the most and the things that make them who they are. They're denouncing all of this stuff for Homelander.
Making them do that. He's making them do it. What he did,
Yeah.
you know, did with Firecracker. Same thing he did with the Deep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, excuse me. Sorry, something like fell off to the side, and I'm like, somebody down here?
It's the ghost.
Seriously. Oh my god. Little side rant real quick. I was gonna send you a video because I feel like it would have freaked you out. And it was like, it was a couple dudes like streaming like how we do. And the guy was like in a darker kind of room, and you know, you have those like artifacts kind of going when you have like a lot of like black behind you.
Yeah.
And you see this like thing come from one corner and it shoot around, and then dude's like, when he like, was that a ghost? He's like, shut up. You go. It was kind of freaky because the way it wasn't like a normal artifact where it just kind of like pixelated, like it moved from one corner to the other corner, like around the room.
Time to
And
it
was like, that's why I was like, oh shit, I should have sent it to you because that shit
my house would be on the market. 100%.
like, all right, I'm logging off. I will log back in from a hotel room.
Exactly.
Yeah, but side rant. But I think the Deep gets taken out by some fish. Yeah, a shark. I don't know. I kind of want. There's so many ways he can die that would be satisfying. That would be
He's
satisfying.
so powerful still. It's going to be hard to see.
Yeah.
Sea life to take him out. But took away his home.
Yeah.
You take
It would
away
be
his
the
home.
yeah, it would be poetic justice to see him get taken out by the sea life.
Yeah,
I just think Starlight has to kill him. After what he
Starlight
did.
would be satisfying for sure. You know, just because
What he did to her.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed off about that. That was in the words of Butcher, that was diabolical.
Yeah. And that's from the comic book too. So
that is.
Yeah. Said Black Noir 2 didn't have fight training. He was literally an actor.
Yep.
He with just powers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Deep is getting dealt with in a kinky, gone extreme way. Remember the gills? That's why I'm like, there's a lot of ways he could die, and I would be cool with. That'd be cool with. So we'll finish up with the end of the episode, which was just it was so epically shot. Like it, oh man. So Soldier Boy gets the V1, right? And he's holding it.
Yep.
You know, he's holding it, and you know, Homelander comes in, and they're out in the middle of the field, and Homelander is thinking Soldier Boy is gonna crush it and stuff because he's not sure how Soldier Boy is. And then that's when Soldier Boy goes in his speech about, you know, Stormfront and him being kind of like proud and blah 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 and all this weird shit, and he gives him the V1.
Yep.
Gives him the V1.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then he does, like, the way he takes it too is like, obviously he can't just inject it because you know it's Homelander. So he like zaps a hole in his forearm because that's the only way, right? You know, it's like he has to make his own, you know, open wound, and then just stabs the open wound and injects it in there, and then his like eyes flash, starts freaking out,
and
then he does like
out of here.
Yeah, he does like some Cyclops type shit and just like shoots the beams like into space. Thing. And that's how it ends. It's just Homelander screaming with this like epic power shooting out of his eyeballs. You know, like, oh, he got upgraded where he might be a god now. You know, like he might be like
how do you
unstoppable. That's the question. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Could Butcher and Ryan together rip them apart?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
If they did, do they have to put his body in different places around the earth in order to keep it from coalescing and him living because he's literally immortal.
Yeah. Well, I think they can still die, right? They can still die. They just, they just don't die naturally. Yeah.
And lived,
Because didn't Stormfront have V1?
Yeah.
And she still died. So I think you can still die. It's just you're just not going to die from being old or any kind of natural causes or the virus that we found out from now. But I'm pretty sure, like, you rip out his heart, he's probably going to die. I'm assuming. But yeah, I have no. At this point, there's 2 episodes left. I have no idea how they stop Homelander. I have no idea. Like,
isn't that what the idea is?
Yeah.
That you get to this point, we have no idea what's going to happen. There's literally nothing you could read that's going to let you know what the hell they're going to do next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I went, now what?
Yeah, exactly.
They're next level screwed.
Yeah.
How are they going to get out of this? And like even Butcher looked legitimately terrified.
Oh, 100%. When Butcher's saying run, it was like, oh shit. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, we're all gonna die. Yeah.
I mean, he's immortal. So what the hell you gonna do? There's gonna be something they're gonna be able to figure out, but yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's up, Akers?
What up, Akers?
What's going on?
Yeah. Because we got 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left. I don't know. Because obviously, I mean, whatever they're doing is not like the comic book. This is far from the comic book ending. And I thought they were gonna kind of use some of the comic book ending, and at this point, I don't think they do.
I mean, could you use Ryan that said Ryan gives him this thing and then everyone loses their power? No one becomes a superhero anymore. They figure out, like, Sage takes what they have for the V1 and she's able to amplify it with Frenchie because they're working together to a point where it just takes away people's powers altogether.
Just makes everyone normal. Yeah. But would that be anticlimactic, you think?
Yes. I don't know what they could do to make it a huge climax with a huge scene.
Yeah, because I don't know if we're gonna get an epic battle kind of thing. Like, yeah, because look at some of the other finales we got, like this, recently, Maul versus Vader, big battle. We get the whole Daredevil, Kingpin kind of, they fought. He's more of the court fight and stuff like that. Like, there's this epicness to a lot of it, and I don't know.
This is a series finale. This is not season. Oh yeah, series. The end of the series.
How the show ends. This is how the show ends, and I have no idea. Like, does it end with Homelander winning? Like, is that I really don't know. Yeah, so Huey's gonna charge his way to kill him. I mean, out of all the characters in The Boys, Huey does have like the most plot armor. Yeah. Like, every time he was supposed to die, he gets saved. Like, that would be funny that he Jar Jar ways to killing him. I like that. But Tony said Butcher could stretch his tentacles to grab the V, or Starlight could have shocked them to make them drop it. Maybe. It was
they were all in shock, and that was it.
Yeah. So, is it good or bad, or we don't know yet, that we don't know how it's gonna end? Like, there's really no indicators of like, oh well, now this person are gonna fight. Like, but is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It has to be good, right? Because we're so used to us knowing the answers. It has to be a good thing. This has to be because we have no idea how this is going to end. We have no idea what they're going to do, and that has to be positive for a show that everyone's read. You know, a comic book that everyone's read. You know the ending of it.
Yeah. Yeah, haven't used the comics or the Gen V yet. You know, yeah. But Kripke already said like
it's not going to
they're not going to
roll.
They're not going to be in it really. You know, so you know, if Marie Monroe like saves the day, I think I'm gonna be pissed off, and especially we don't get another season of Gen V. Like you're just like, oh, here she is, and then that's it. You know, I was like, I would be pretty pissed off. I would put it up there with like Game of Thrones shitty finale.
It sounds like that's where they're heading
easily.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I hope not.
Yeah. I hope not. I have faith in Eric Kripke. I think he's a good enough showrunner. But at this point, I'm like subverting expectations is like the biggest thing they've done this season because they were setting up like there's him bringing in all the superheroes. I'm like, oh, they're gonna do that from the comic books. And, the virus. I'm like, oh, they're gonna do that from the comic books. But all of that changes now.
She's now immortal.
Yeah, so much of that changes. So, the only thing I can see is, maybe they use Marie Monroe.
Yeah.
I don't even know how the Walking Dead show ended.
No,
season 10.
I stopped watching by then.
I thought they were still running that into the ground.
I mean, all the side
I mean,
shows.
Dead City.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. 2 more episodes, man. We got two more weeks, and this show ends. Yeah. They walked off. Just walked off this. That'd be fun. Is that how it actually ended? But yeah. So next week, the episode's titled "The Frenchman, the Female, and the Man Called Mother's Milk." All right.
Do they all die?
Maybe. But that's only episode 7. The episode 8, the finale, the series finale, it's called Blood and Bone. And at this point, besides a lot of people dying, I really don't know what to expect.
The idea of blood did tell me Marie's probably going to be in it.
Yeah.
And,
or
I feel like there's going to be
Soldier Boy is the one that kills him.
He like sacrifices himself and they kill each other kind of thing. Maybe. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
Or he takes away his powers with his power.
Yeah.
Takes away his power and then Huey kills Homelander.
I wouldn't necessarily hate that.
Because they've been talking about that for seasons at this point, like the whole scorched earth, between the two of them. So I really don't know, man. Part of me's really scared because it could be bad, but part of me is kind of like really interested because I'm like, I really hope
gonna do this.
They do.
How they gonna figure this out?
Yeah. So yeah. I'm interested. With he said with that kind of title, sounds like Soldier Boy kills him. Possibly the Blood and Bone.
Yep.
Maybe. I stopped watching Walking Dead after was that Michonne left? Michonne, whatever her name is.
Understand.
Yeah, I stopped even before that. I don't watch zombie stuff. LOL. Yeah. Tony said, I feel college writers could have came up with a new story for Gen V. Tripping. Oh, seriously, you could have done a bunch of other stuff with Gen V. I think
He wants to spend the money. He wants to do something else, I guess.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be in charge of it. Just be like, all right, I'm out. Amazon, you want to do 5 seasons of Gen V? Go ahead. Because they're doing the Vought spinoff with Soldier Boy, and then bringing back what's her name? Yeah. So
who's the ring back?
Stormfront,
Storm.
because it's gonna be a prequel.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I brought that up because I'm like, what if it's a shitty ending? We could be in some trouble. It could be. It could be. I'm really interested. But a lot of people online are hating this season. They're saying this. Obviously, you have the people that we already knew. We're gonna say it's like, oh, it's too woke. It's talking too much about like real life shit. You have a lot of people saying like there's a lot of filler this season. I don't see that. I'm really enjoying this season so far. Really,
I'm interested to see the penultimate.
Yes,
even more than the finale. Penultimate is going to tell me a lot about the finale.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Either the penultimate is kind of like the end of it, and then episode 8 is kind of the epilogue part of it, or the penultimate sets up, the big finale in episode 8. So either way, like this next episode is very, very important.
Hopefully, this will be phenomenal. Hopefully, they put the right amount of money and right amount of storytelling in this.
Yeah. Because I think this next episode is make or break. It's make or break for at least the season. It's make or break, and I don't know. It can go either way.
I agree.
Yeah, they really
could. You're breaking up.
Your microphone went out.
Yeah.
Oh, my microphone went out. Can you hear me now?
You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it could really go either way. They really, really need to bring the heat on these last 2 episodes, especially with the way that this one ended, and not just stakes, but the incredibly high stakes. So they really, really need to bring it with not just the finale, but the second to last one too.
Agreed. What's up, Derp?
What's going on, Derp?
Yeah. So, yeah. But I thought this episode was pretty good, pretty fun, really interesting. Had some really cool development with a lot of the characters, especially the side characters. So, for better or for worse, but yeah. 2 more episodes, 2 more weeks, man, and that's it.
Let's go.
That's it. Real quick, Tony said, I heard the Chuds complain about Kimiko, yeah, talking and Starlight looks, which is ridiculous. Well, then also we found out with the Starlight, with her looking the way she looks was from her medical condition.
That's what a lot of people are saying now.
Yeah, that she was fighting a lot of these like medical stuff that like literally made her lose a lot of weight and changed a lot of the way she looks. So, because people were like, "Oh my gosh, she lost so much weight," and that's Hollywood.
I thought people were talking about the plastic surgery. I thought that was the whole thing, because the lips, the way the cheekbones look. We don't know what's going to be what's true. We don't know what's true, so that's why I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I think I could be wrong, but I thought she had plastic surgery because of the illness she has. I forgot what illness she has.
Graves' disease. Why
was it Graves' disease?
Because of Graves' disease.
I mean, you lose. I know. You definitely lose a lot of weight with Graves' disease.
Yeah. But she has a thyroid Graves' disease, so I don't know how that causes you to have surgery.
Yeah. So, yeah, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, also, it's whatever. Yeah, it was like so. But yeah, man, this was interesting stuff. So we're gonna be back next week talking about episode 7, the penultimate, and then after that, the finale. So we got 2 episodes left, 2 more weeks talking about the boys. So we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us, because we got 2 weeks left. We're definitely talking full spoilers, and hopefully we get some good stuff. But we want to hear from you guys as well. So leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode. You like it, you hate it, any parts that we might have missed that you want to talk about. Leave a comment. And if you are watching in the live chat, you guys are awesome. All the great comments, you guys are great. We appreciate you guys so much. But stick around because we're going to finish things up for the night. All right. Oh, man. As I saw what time it was, I'm like, oh, yeah, we need to finish up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Derp? We got Derp coming in.
Oh,
Derp was
Derp.
on a Dynasty Pylon earlier today, so appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, we got to get you on, Derp. We'll find something.
You said Supergirl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Supergirl. Wait a second. People forgot that this is under Sony's Pictures Television. My friend met some of the cast for The Boys and Spider-Man Noir tonight. They had some type of event. That's cool.
right
Is
on.
The
That's super
Boys
cool, man.
Sony? I didn't know that.
I had no idea. No, I didn't think that was Sony.
Yeah,
Because you think
obviously
about
Spider-Man
Prime.
is.
So yeah.
And Ace said, sounds like some MJ shit to me.
Yeah,
all the surgeries.
when you look at her face, because she was really cute,
Mhm.
really cute, but he had the natural beauty. But now the bones, the cheekbones are more prominent. You know, like fillers, and the nose looks different. And I don't know. I don't know if you need to do it, but you know, if people are sick, that's one thing. You know, I still don't think you need to do any plastic surgery. So whatever.
Yeah. So I'm looking at her. I guess she's claiming she hasn't had any plastic surgery.
Yeah, and look at her face before and after.
Yeah. So she's claiming she hasn't had any plastic surgery just from her losing weight and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at her nose before and look at her nose after.
Yeah, her nose is definitely. I mean, you like
lost,
lips.
You lost weight in your
lip
nose.
filler, whatever. You know, the
Lip filler.
cheekbones. You can say like losing a lot of weight. Okay, but like if your nose is different, like there's only one way. Yeah. So it's like the Kim Kardashian thing.
Mhm.
She's all natural.
Hey, she paid for it. It is what it is. Well, and know what? The truth is, no one should even know about it besides you and whoever you tell.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, if you don't want to be public.
But when you're a public figure, that's part of the reason why you get paid the money, because you got to deal with a lot of that stuff. So that's, kind of goes hand in hand with it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
People are going to talk about those type of things. So people are going to have those type of rumors, especially if you think people won't say it. They will, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at like an old picture, even before she was like before season 1, and then now, like a lot of it is weight loss for sure. But the nose is the big one. The nose is the big one.
I don't even know if it's like she doesn't like she lost that much.
Mhm.
I mean,
the picture I'm looking at is like,
but
yeah, it's
you can take. She doesn't look. She's lost weight in her face. I don't know. I don't think she lost weight like that much.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Let's see. They're gonna work.
It's just the cheekbones are just different. Just looks different. Looks like that people put filler or do stuff to the cheekbones, and they do those to make it more prominent, and then you put more filler in your lips, and you change the nose.
Yeah. So this is like her season 1, and this is her more recent. I don't know when, but it's more recently. I think this article was from. What is the article from? 2025, so a year ago. Which is when that was like the start of her getting a lot of, but I mean, the nose
she was
definitely
getting traction.
But you look at the jawline and then compare the jaw.
Yeah.
Losing weight doesn't change the jawline.
Yeah, it does. You lose a decent amount of weight. Like
I think
they
you're
changed the
being
jawline.
very nice about that because
You can see it in her neck, definitely in her cheeks right here. Like she lost a decent amount of weight. And the lips is like you can put lip filler in, all that shit. But I mean, if you're this skinny and you lose like 50, 60 pounds, it's very noticeable. A good Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is a great example. Like look at back her, when she was doing the Nickelodeon or Disney or whatever stuff to like now, like
when she was 12.
She still like looked how she looked. Like you could tell, like this is the same person, but you're like, oh yeah, but shit happened.
She looks like she lost weight and she's skinnier. You're looking at that picture, but from the first season of The Boys. Oh, you see the picture I got here? Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think the jaw. There's something here. The jaw. The chin is exactly the same. Her lips are definitely more fuller. The nose looks totally different.
Totally.
So and you don't know what the things from that stuff. From nose. What. I don't think it's just losing weight.
She definitely got a nose job. Like that's so hard. Yeah.
Like these are remember these pictures, So I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Some type of whatever. But people
the Ozempic.
But the thing is she was very pretty anyway, so like I wouldn't know why would
she
you
really
want to do anything different. Like there's no need to change anything really.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens when you get sucked into the Hollywood vacuum. They convince you that you need all this crap when you don't. She is one of the very last people to need it.
When you're already gorgeous, and I wish that you have someone in your life to say that, but a lot of times it doesn't matter what you say, what I say. It's about what you feel inside. So, and we just watched the fucking Michael movie, right? So how?
It's what other people say about you. And then now, obviously that Mike was his dad, but now you have like random strangers online talking about you. So like you just find yourself on the internet, like people are going to talk about you. Body dysmorphia. Like you said. Yeah, Anne Hathaway. But Botox, I wouldn't count as surgery. I mean, granted, I think getting Botox is crazy because literally putting poison in your body. Literally putting because Botox is botulism. Botulism is bad. like it's not good. They're like, oh yeah, but just a little bit, just
just a little bit. Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, your whole face is like back. Yeah. Oh, here, Lawrence brought this up. Like mother's milk lost a lot of weight, a lot of muscle. From season one.
He lost weight. You could tell he looks different. He doesn't look as full, but it doesn't look different. Mother's milk doesn't have a different nose. His jawline didn't change. He just got smaller.
Yeah, he just got slimmer.
Yeah, like that's different. That's when they say, "Oh, you lost weight." This is what that is.
It was a little fuzzy, but this is like a really good picture. Season 1 to like now. I mean, obviously, body wise is huge. But you start seeing like things.
Doesn't he have facial hair right now? That can't be now.
that might have been last. Yeah, most of the time he has facial hair. That might have been like last season or something. I mean, also, I think this season he looks a little bit bigger than he did in like previous seasons.
He says 185 pounds.
Yeah.
He went from 225, 230 to 100, 185.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely looks smaller, but he doesn't look different.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
He looks like the same person still.
It's kind of cheating when you have a beard. you can hide
Mm-hmm.
you can hide things.
But like as right now, he has a beard again. I mean, Mother's Milk right now has a beard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the hell was that?
Gotta remember AI guys.
Yeah, I was like, that don't you know. This is I remember him from like early on. Is this him? Is this him now? Yeah, that's him now.
That's him now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's in season 5. Yeah.
You can do it from our pictures actually out off the show. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he was a big dude, you know, as he is in the comic book. You know, in the comic book, he's a big dude, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But Les Alonso wasn't always a big dude either. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was in Stomp the Yard. He wasn't a big dude in Stomp the Yard.
He sure was in Stomp the Yard, wasn't he?
Like what? He wasn't always a big dude. Like he looks like he did when he was younger. So that's why I don't understand why we're doing where we're going with. You know, Les Alonso wasn't a big dude before.
Yeah. Never say why he lost weight, or he just like, I don't want to.
For health,
I don't want to work out like that anymore.
He said, "I'm 52 years old, and all that big weight on me was just too much. So I decided to lose weight and get healthy. My dad went from 235 to 200 pounds right now. You know, because he's 65 years old. You gotta lose a little weight because you can't do that. You can't hold on to that weight all the time. But Les Alonso was a small guy. He wasn't a big dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there, he's fucking huge there. And that's what's like season 1, season 2.
You know, you have to go back. Then you say, okay, well.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah, he was 235. He's now 180, 175. That's a lot of weight.
This one's kind of funny.
That's
Mother's Milk and soy milk.
Yeah, but that one on the right, it's been doctored a little bit, so that's why.
Which one?
The one on the right. He wasn't that big.
The one on the right. Yeah, that looks. You know,
it wasn't that big
there too. Yeah, yeah. Like here, this more of like. Yeah,
that's more him. Yeah.
Trying to find something from like the show, like here, like this is from like the show.
Yeah. But just exactly what someone said, like, what about The Rock? You know, because he got older, you can't continue to hold on to all that weight, or you're gonna have heart disease. You can't, like, there's things you have to change.
Yeah, and that's what the main thing with Batista said. You know, Batista was like, I kind of don't want to be shirtless anymore. You know, in movies.
I'm 50.
Yeah,
Les Alonso is 52 years old.
Yeah.
Aaron Moriarty just turned 31.
Yeah. Damn, really? She's that young? I thought she was a little bit older than that.
She literally just turned 31. Like, she's not.
Well, to pull the Avatar press pics, only his arms were big. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
He wasn't he didn't have a belly. Dude.
Yeah, no, he wasn't like that. He was just like he had, you know, big arms, big chest, and that's about it, you know. But I mean, but also it doesn't matter. He's still like, the character's cool.
He looks the same. He's fine himself.
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about the episode we did. We did.
We about to get out of here. Sorry, BB.
Yeah, already late. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, let's get out of here. Sorry, man. Oh man. The boys and Daredevil.
Daredevil.
So, well, I'll cut it up and it'll come out in the next day or so.
Yeah, you can watch this right now.
Now just rewind it. Rewind it. Oh man. But yeah, we're about to get out of here. I'm about to go ice my knee and
so now we can focus on trailers and all the other stuff tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about the boys or Daredevil.
Yeah. Kind of hang out. Get ready for the weekend.
Tony says then she was 23 when the boys started. Yeah, so she's about 30, 31. Erin Moriarty is just not old. She's very young.
Yeah. I mean, even for like an actor, that's like super young, you know. Because usually when you're 23, it's because like
she was born in 1994.
Damn. Yeah.
So she's 31.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, it looks 46 now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. But cool. But yeah, let's get out of here, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, we'll hang out with you guys. Yeah, hang out, watch some trailers. You know, probably talk. You know, we'll randomly talk about the shows and stuff. I'm sure it'll come up. But yeah, we'll edit out these into smaller compressed episodes. Yeah, get ready for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, B already saw it. So
yep.
By the time we go, you're gonna see it too, Brian. By the time we go live tomorrow.
By the time we go live tomorrow, and then it's funny because E-Man said it wasn't that good, and there's a loud dissenting opinions about. Some people say it's amazing. Some people are saying the story is not good. You know, I think Discussing Films has already said wasn't good.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Who knows? Because can you really trust people that are, you know, that's why you should go see yourself.
Yeah.
Critics said Michael was terrible. F them.
And as for the writing, Mortal Kombat is pretty straightforward with its content, and I'd say it does a lot more right by the games. I'm not expecting Shawshank Redemption from Mortal Kombat. So yeah, they, you know, as far as that's concerned, I walked out pretty satisfied.
Yeah. I mean, something like Mortal Kombat, the bar's pretty low. Like fighting, number one's gotta be awesome. You know, a halfway decent story with me kind of caring about the characters. Like that's all I really expect from like a Mortal Kombat, you know.
I expect more from Mortal Kombat than I expect for Street Fighter. Street Fighter I don't give two craps. So, but that's why I think Mortal Kombat does have to be a better movie. Street Fighter ain't gotta be shit. Street Fighter could just be some things happening.
Oh, Street Fighter, I was like laughing.
Shit happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna be laughing my ass off so much during Street Fighter, you know, but also be like, that's so stupid. Like, well,
yeah, I think the first is this what Lauren said. The first the one in the 90s is the bar. It needs to be that good. Yeah. You know, they understood.
That's what it is.
We understood it was the last fight. We see Liu Kang kicking ass and Shang Tsung. This is all I need. I don't need anything else.
It was like a halfway decent story, which is what it was, with characters I cared about, which I did, and the fighting was awesome.
Yep.
You know, like the bar is really not that hard. You know, but same thing with
it's hard. I think Street Fighter's bar is non-existent.
Yeah.
No matter what you told me happened, I'll be like, yeah, I believe that.
Oh. Yeah. But Street Fighter, like the story relies so much on exterior stuff, like other movies and other stories and blah, blah, blah. Like just from the game, it's like, you know, at least Mortal Kombat has like, depends who wins. They all have different stories, you know, but the main story, there's a main storyline throughout all the Mortal Kombats, you know. So, all right, but cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. Hang out, chill, talk about whatever. But yeah, everyone have a good night and good Thursday, and we will see you back here tomorrow night. Later.
Peace, guys.
Good night, everyone.